So in the previous part, we understood that what enclosed zones are and how they work in STAAD.Pro. If you haven't watched that video, go and check out this link to watch that first part. And then you can start learning from here. Now let's see how STAAD actually distributes the loads internally using the yield line theory and what can go wrong in the extreme geometrical conditions. Let's first understand yield line theory part. See, the core of enclosed zone load transfer is based on the Angle Bisector Principle from the yield line theory. For every subpanel, STAAD creates yield lines, which are imaginary lines dividing load influence zones. See, these yield lines help STAADs to figure out which part of the pressure load is acting on which particular member. See, each yield line load influence area is converted into 16 discrete point loads along the member. Now each point load acts at the centroid of its respective influence area, and this makes the load transfer more realistic and ensures members get loads similar to how a real slab distributes a load. If we talk about the complex geometrical part, see, when you have a convex or slightly irregular polygon, this algorithm works beautifully. But if your floor load shape is highly concave, STAAD might struggle to generate the proper subpanels. In such cases, you might end up with orphan areas, and these are parts of your model where no load gets applied. It means your total static load check will fail because some areas was left out of the calculation because of the missing load. So how to fix orphan areas? Let's understand. See, if you see such orphan areas, don't panic. You can manually divide your enclosed zones into smaller subzones or manually apply area loads to those missing regions. STAAD also recommends switching you to FEM modeling for highly complex or concave floor geometries because finite element meshes can handle such surfaces more accurately. Here are my practical tips and recommendations. Tip number 1, always check the direction of your boundary nodes. Wrong order means wrong load direction. Use smaller zones for complex shapes. Avoid ignoring members on the outer boundary. Perform a static load check after applying the enclosed zone loads, and use FEM models if your geometry is too irregular or if the floor is inclined. Here are the few limitations that you need to remember. See, these features are not supported with enclosed zones. First, live load reduction. Second, floor load tolerance setting. Third, mass model generation. Fourth, member offsets. So if your model depends on any of these, you will have to use another load method instead of enclosed zones. And that's a complete overview of how enclosed zone load works in STAAD.Pro, from the boundary direction to yield line distribution, from load transfer to performance limits. So if you found this video helpful, do like and share it with all your fellow structural engineers. And remember, don't just learn software, learn concepts. I'll see you in the next video.